got action at getting back in on the field.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
There was a lot of stuff going on in my area, man, that, this got to be addressed. It's crazy, man. And it's exposed, so that's the difference. It ain't like it's not proof of it. It's on paper, it's everything, It's like, crazy, man, the stuff we've been finding out, man.
For all of them, it don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all.
So y'all buckle up because we've got some juicy gossip coming your way. Apparently there is this viral phone call floating around involving R. Kelly and Whack 1000. And guess what? They're chatting about none other than Diddy's alleged crimes. And get this, during the call, it seems like R. Kelly might have accidentally spilled the beans on some of Diddy's partners in crime. Talk about drama. So let's dive into this scandal without wasting any more time.
Now the case is open, the lawyer, they had to give up the BOP, the officer's name that did it, they had to do that. Everybody gets subpoenaed now.
Gotcha.
As you all know, recently there has been quite the buzz about Diddy's house getting raided, leaving many people wondering what's really going on. Despite his denials, the fact that the feds are busting into his place has raised a lot of eyebrows. Now, even 50 Cent has weighed in on the matter, and to add to the intrigue, R. Kelly has also decided to chime in as well.
Right? When a want to go bad, they can extort you or come with accusations.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Out there laughing and making comedian jokes.
So R. Kelly, the dude locked up for some seriously messed up stuff, decided to throw in his 2 cents on Diddy's legal drama while chatting with Whack 100 on Clubhouse. And let's be real, Kelly's no stranger to courtrooms himself. He's serving a hefty sentence for a bunch of awful crimes, including some serious stuff. His rap sheet is like a CVS receipt, man, crazy long.
He will serve all but one of those years simultaneously, with a 30-year sentence for racketeering and
Yeah, Kelly's been locked up since 2022, hit with a whopping 30 years for racketeering and ST charges. Then, like adding insult to injury, he got slapped with another 20 years in 2023 for CP and luring minors. Talk about a double whammy, right? And let's not forget that scandal where he married Aaliyah when she was just a kid back in '94. That whole situation was just messed up.
Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing there at all.
In the conversation, Kelly dove into the nitty-gritty of event planning and dropped some advice for celebrities about the potential legal risks that could come from misunderstandings or false allegations of misconduct. The S is crazy. M out there laughing and making comedian jokes and doing all the other S on the radio and everything else, but they could be next, R. Kelly warned. That's what's so F up about. They so stupid they don't even realize the moves that's going on. I don't believe none any F Aaliyah which may have of this S. You could tell me about Puffy, you could about anybody. You could tell me on the news, the weather, the sky is blue. I'm not gonna believe the S, because I'm in it now and I know what they did. R. Kelly went on to express his worries about how shifting societal norms can leave public figures open to extortion and bogus accusations. When it comes to Diddy's legal mess, which includes a federal probe into allegations of serious offenses like ST, SA, and coercion of women and minors, Kelly shed light on the bigger picture and possible injustices within the justice system. Plus, he shared his doubts about the credibility of evidence and testimonies brought up in his own trials, sticking to his claim of innocence.
They want to plan to get you, or if it's a conspiracy, anything, they put you in cuffs, bro.
No, that's real. And I've been telling people, I've been preaching, I said, yo, one thing Artie taught me.
Not just R. Kelly, but his prosecutor Nadia Shihada is also weighing in on the Diddy situation. Shihada, who's quite familiar with cases like this, recently appeared on News Nation to discuss the ins and outs of Diddy's legal troubles. Remember, she's the one who locked R. Kelly up with a hefty 31-year sentence. According to Shihada, Diddy's legal team might be relying heavily on potential non-disclosure agreements signed by the rapper's alleged victims. In her experience, folks who've signed NDAs are usually pretty hesitant to spill the beans to authorities or investigators about anything linked to the case. She remarked, "Clearly, launching an investigation and raiding 2 homes means they're deep into this investigation." She continued, "They've clearly have probable cause to believe a federal crime has been committed, and that evidence of that crime or multiple crimes would be found in the 2 locations that they searched. So this is big news. And if I'm P. Diddy or his lawyers, I'd be very concerned at this point. An NDA that, when push comes to shove, is not going to trump a grand jury subpoena or a federal agent or prosecutor asking you questions, but I wouldn't say that they have no effect. NDAs can make people very reluctant and hesitant to speak to law enforcement. So if it's someone that law enforcement is not already aware of, they may be wary to, themselves contact law enforcement to provide information. And so they can still deter people in that sense. Yep, there he is, dishing out advice on throwing parties and cautioning celebrities about avoiding legal entanglements. But let's face it, if there's anyone who's an expert on getting tangled up in legal drama, it's him. R. Kelly has long been known as a major creep in the hip-hop scene, with numerous disturbing stories about him being a predator. The courage of the women who spoke out against him is truly heroic. But now it seems like P. Diddy is facing even more serious accusations of ST, including some truly disturbing allegations. This case is going to keep unfolding for months, and who knows what we'll find out in the end. Interestingly, there are uncanny similarities between the cases of R. Kelly and Diddy. Every day, social media headlines confirm what many suspected since the New York Times revealed Cassie Ventura's SA lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs on November 16, 2023. Despite Diddy's 30-year career in the industry, his star is fading fast as cancel culture comes for him daily. After years of silence, Cassie finally spoke out through her legal team, declaring, "I'm ready to tell my story and stand up for myself and other women facing violence and in their relationships." Her statement, though simple, came with a hefty lawsuit detailing horrifying acts allegedly committed by her longtime boyfriend, Diddy. It has sparked a chain reaction that could, at the very least, silence Diddy and, at worst, land him in jail. The whole situation feels like deja vu from R. Kelly's downfall after the release of the Surviving R. Kelly documentary in 2019. Appalled by the actions of his fellow entertainment mogul, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson isn't staying quiet. He's announced that his production team will be creating a documentary shedding light on the disturbing allegations against Diddy. The focus? Diddy's alleged acts of R and SA against 4 different women, one of whom was reportedly underage at the time. Speculation even suggests Aaliyah could be one of them. And when Aaliyah's name comes up, it inevitably leads to thoughts of Jay-Z, R. Kelly, and Diddy. Some believe Jay-Z wouldn't have been able to mistreat Aaliyah if he didn't have support from Diddy and R. Kelly. The situation surrounding Aaliyah's case is seriously convoluted, especially with R. Kelly involved. There's talk circulating that some of the alleged victims in R. Kelly's trial may have been coerced into giving false testimony, raising doubts about the fairness of the court proceedings. Now, there's leaked audio purportedly featuring a federal informant claiming they've turned one of R. Kelly's witnesses. Sharon Winbush, a former employee of R. Kelly, is coming forward, stating that she's the individual behind the leaked audio. According to Winbush, the voice in the clip belongs to a federal informant who allegedly pressured a witness to fabricate information about her true connection with R. Kelly. Winbush asserts that this was all part of a larger scheme to undermine R. Kelly's defense. The singer sought the appeals court to either overturn his conviction or grant him a new trial. Notably, in a separate trial in Chicago, Kelly had previously been sentenced to 20 years in prison in February after being found guilty of CP and enticing a young person, as reported by TMZ. During the Chicago trial, Kelly's attorney raised similar concerns, arguing that the government's burden cannot be met with the inference of bad character or tendency to commit crimes. You may consider him to be the most immoral, dishonest person on the planet, and that has nothing to do with whether the government has met its burden. At that time, a judge ordered Kelly to serve 19 of the 20 years concurrently with his other sentence. Another legal representative for R. Kelly petitioned the judge overseeing his ST case to vacate his conviction and initiate a new trial. The basis for this request is the argument that his trial attorneys displayed incompetence and that the singer was unjustly depicted as a SL deviant to the jury. Because the defendant was forced to defend against dozens of uncharged claims of A and S misbehavior, much of it lawful, albeit unpalatable for some, the defendant was stripped of the presumption of innocence and denied a fair trial, attorney Jennifer Bonjon wrote in a legal memorandum filed with the court. But people have their perspective that Kelly can never do all this stuff all alone, as he is not as powerful as other people like Jay-Z and Diddy are. And shockingly, there are speculations circulating that Jay-Z might have been involved with R. Kelly's case. According to reports, Jay-Z was allegedly the driving force behind the documentary Surviving R. Kelly. Some suggest that Jay-Z may have provided the funds for Dream Hampton to produce the documentary about Kelly's accusations, indicating a desire to end Kelly's career. If you're not convinced by Ronnie's claims about Jay-Z's involvement, consider this. It's not the first time Jay-Z has financially supported Dream Hampton. In fact, the rapper reportedly wired tens of thousands of dollars in minutes after she asked for help with expenses incurred by protesters demonstrating against police brutality. Given Jay-Z's willingness to provide substantial financial assistance to Hampton, it's plausible that he also decided to fund the documentary she was making. It's clear that Jay-Z and Hampton have a long-standing relationship, which could explain his generosity towards her.
Through Dream Hampton. You know, Dream Hampton was his ex-girlfriend. Dream Hampton wrote his book, the Decoded book. You know, he funded her.
The narrative suggests that Jay-Z saw an opportunity to support Dream's documentary, which not only elevated her career, but also played a role in R. Kelly's downfall. However, the text implies that Jay-Z had a multitude of motivations, with one of the main ones being a lawsuit that not only damaged his reputation, but also led to a financial loss of $70 million.
Cheaper than the best of both worlds situation. You know, R. Kelly sued him for like $70 million after that.
R. Kelly not only messed up Jay-Z's tour, but also ended up winning the lawsuit against him, causing Jay-Z to suffer millions in losses. But that wasn't the end of it. Jay-Z knew that if Kelly emerged unscathed from this trial, he might spill the beans sooner or later. After all, Jay-Z had his own secrets too. Damon Dash, who was Aaliyah's boyfriend when she passed away, spilled some tea about Jay-Z's interest in Aaliyah. He claimed Jay-Z was trying to pursue her, even when she was underage. "I didn't know Jay was trying to holler at her, but then it just happened like that. He was trying, I was trying, everybody was trying. He was going hard," Damon revealed. Apparently, Aaliyah may have turned Jay-Z down or kept him in the friend zone. No wonder Jay-Z had beef with Kelly. Kelly managed to marry the girl Jay-Z was interested in. Damon also mentioned that Jay-Z became resentful when he found out Damon was also interested in Aaliyah. While Damon admitted to having some feelings about it, he made it clear that it was no secret. People acted as if he was deeply involved with her, even though he was simply sending gifts and making romantic gestures. Both of them were making efforts, and it just so happened they ended up in the same place on the 4th of July.
So we were both going hard. And, we ended up in the same house, 4th of July. So we were, for some reason, this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house?
Yeah.
It was a real tug of war for Aaliyah's attention, with her swaying toward Jay-Z one moment and then toward Damon the next. Damon stressed how he stayed consistent in his pursuit of her, saying, "But that week I was on fire. Every word I said was smooth, you know what I mean?" He recalled a specific moment, saying, "I remember walking downstairs and Jay-Z had this sigh. His buddies were ribbing him and cracking jokes." In the end, it seems Jay-Z came out on top, and there are reports suggesting he did indeed date Aaliyah at some point. However, it's believed by some that Jay-Z's interest in Aaliyah was primarily driven by a desire to elevate Beyoncé's career. This idea has been purportedly propagated by Jaguar Wright.
"I'm going to tell you something right now, Sean, because I know you're watching. Or you have someone watching. I'm going to admit something right here on AT2 channel that I've never admitted before."
Jaguar Wright's perspective on Aaliyah's untimely passing adds an intriguing dimension to the ongoing dialogue. According to her, at the time of Aaliyah's tragic death, Beyoncé was encountering challenges in her solo career and required a breakthrough moment to propel her to superstardom. Allegedly, Jay-Z played a part in orchestrating that breakthrough for her. Aaliyah's sudden demise seemingly provided the pivotal push, solidifying Beyoncé's position as the queen of many hearts.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean? And I'm going to tell you something else, and I'll give you this one for free.
As time passes and memories of Aaliyah begin to fade, there are increasing questions about how long certain individuals will continue to benefit from recurring tragedies. Many argue that it's crucial for any potential wrongdoing to be brought to light and for accountability to be upheld. Some people speculate that Jay-Z may not have acted alone in his alleged actions regarding Aaliyah. Reports suggest that he may have had support or involvement from individuals like Diddy. There are even suggestions that Jay-Z and R. Kelly together may have taken advantage of Aaliyah, possibly benefiting Diddy through his business ventures, or even potentially helping to conceal his alleged dark secrets.
It's crazy, man. And it's exposed, so that's the difference. It ain't like it's not proof of it. It's on paper, it's everything, you know. It's like, you know, crazy, man. The stuff we've been finding out, man.
But how did Diddy get involved in this? Well, we all know that Diddy has to be the most powerful personality in the current scenario of Hollywood. So many theories suggest that Jay-Z got rid of Aaliyah all with the help of Diddy, as he seems to be experienced in it. Diddy's involvement, particularly through his head of security, has amplified his role in the situation, sparking heightened public concerns. There's now a growing sense of worry surrounding Cassie, with people mindful of the tragic events involving Kim Porter during her marriage to Diddy. Speculation is rife that Cassie may be in a precarious position after speaking out against the influential mogul in the industry. Concerned individuals are drawing parallels between the current situation and past events involving Kim, leading to fears that history could repeat itself for Cassie. The sudden death of Kim Porter profoundly shook the entertainment industry, leaving loved ones and supporters grappling with disbelief over how a seemingly healthy young woman could succumb to pneumonia. Adding to the tragedy, many questioned the accuracy of Kim's diagnosis. Initially, her death was surrounded by uncertainty, with the first coroner's report revealing the presence of toxins in her body and an undetermined cause of death. The mysterious disappearance of the initial coroner added to the intrigue, and a subsequent coroner later attributed the cause of death to lobar pneumonia. Jaguar Wright, often seen as a candid commentator in the entertainment industry, succinctly captured the sentiment surrounding Kim's death.
Kim died, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that
She subtly hinted at the possibility of certain poisons inducing symptoms similar to pneumonia, implying a connection to Diddy in some capacity in the case.
They have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms, and
the most unsettling aspect of the case emerged when the initial coroner, who had made his findings public regarding Kim Porter's death, was discovered dead. Tuffy News TV first reported this distressing development.
From the information that I've received, I've been told that he was the head of the snake into the investigation of the passing of Kim Porter. And not only that, y'all, he was the one who initially found something problematic.
Tuffy didn't just stop at revealing the coroner's demise. His industry informants dug up more information. According to Tuffy, he received an email from one of his followers detailing that Kim Porter purportedly struggled to reach her personal doctor in a critical moment. This alleged difficulty led her to make what was described as the most significant mistake of her life. Sources suggest that after Kim Porter waited in vain for her doctor's response, she confided in the father of her daughters, who then directed her to another doctor of his choosing. Despite their efforts, they were tragically unable to save her. Surprisingly, it's claimed that Kim had a premonition of the unfolding events. Allegedly, she sent a group text to her close friends saying, "He got me." However, the phone was reportedly confiscated by the security team brought by Diddy when he arrived at Kim's house after her passing. There's another layer to the suspicion surrounding Diddy's involvement in Kim Porter's death. Diddy, known for his infidelity, allegedly cheated with Kim's best friend at the time, Sarah Chapman. The timing of Sarah's pregnancy coincided with Kim's, causing profound emotional distress. This trauma visibly impacted Kim's health. And to add insult to injury, Diddy reportedly flaunted expensive gifts he gave to Sarah Chapman. People are now suggesting that Kim might have hid the things that are now revealed through Cassie. One of the internet users wrote, "So disgusting and wicked. For a man that has daughters, I hope he is still going to be held accountable for all the women he A. Let him share a cell with R. Kelly." Another one added, "He settled very quickly, but my question is this. How long does Cassie have? Diddy settled very quickly and is playing the humble card, but I call bull. He is plotting, and it's a matter of time to see how this really ends. I hope Cassie is protected properly." One more person added, "This settlement was announced exactly 3 days after the anniversary of Kim Porter's death. This was a humiliation ritual BC Diddy got out of line." Compounding his challenges, Diddy has encountered a recent setback in his personal life concerning his relationship with Young Miami. A close friend of Young Miami explained, "With everything going on, Young Miami is choosing to step back for now. The future is uncertain, but for the time being, both of them have decided that it's best to take a break." Young Miami forms one half of the popular rap duo, the City Girls, alongside JT, Jatavia Shakara Johnson. Hailing from Miami, Florida, the duo rose to prominence after an uncredited guest appearance on Drake's hit single In My Feelings in 2018. The City Girls signed with Quality Control Music in 2017 and made their debut with the mixtape Period in 2018. 2018, followed by their first studio album, Girl Code, in the same year. Their music has yielded platinum-certified U.S. top 40 singles, including Twerk featuring Cardi B and Act Up. The duo has continued their success with albums like City on Lock and Raw. Diddy, the acclaimed recording artist and music producer, has woven a tapestry of high-profile relationships throughout his illustrious career. The rumors further got strong when Young Miami gave her stance on the case. While the City Girls rapper remained hush-hush online through the first 24 hours of allegations and the quickly reached settlement. Instead, it seems like Miami was busy planning a Lil Friendsgiving ahead of the holidays.
My Friendsgiving, guys, and today I'm with my best friend. Saucy Santana!
We had a Friendsgiving. I'm thankful for my baby girl.
Carisha shared visuals from her gathering and showcased some of her guests. However, keen-eyed fans and critics quickly observed the absence of her usual +1 in the footage. While the full guest list remained unclear, the imagery revealed at least 12 chairs arranged at a long dining table. Saucy Santana and Ari Fletcher were spotted on the rapper's Instagram story. The venue provided a glimpse of a private room separated by tall drapes, adorned with a golden neon Friendsgiving sign. The table featured several bouquets of pink, red, and orange roses, along with scattered lit candles. Young Miami infused her Jamaican taste into the event, offering a catered menu that included island classics such as oxtail, curry goat and shrimp, rice and peas, mac and cheese, and cabbage. After the Shade Room shared clips of Carisha's event, social media users flooded the comment section with over 11,000 remarks. Some remarked on misspellings in Young Miami's printed menu, while others focused on notable absences, particularly pointing out the non-attendance of Diddy and JT. However, some pointed out his questionable behavior with the girls of this industry. One of them wrote, "He has some nerve talking about these women ruining his reputation. Like, bro, you ruined it all on your own with your selfish and evil ways." Another one added, "About time, somebody took a serious look at Sean Combs' bad, illegal, and morally disgusting behavior. Just because somebody has a pile of money does not excuse them from U.S. law." One more person went on writing, "I've always said he has evil eyes. Feels like a dark void in every picture and video of him, instead of a soul. Just pure evil in there. I'm old enough to remember when Pac and Biggie were still blessing us in the flesh. Never trusted Puff or Diddy, depending on your age. His relationships with the other females of the industry were also not good. In the early 90s, he engaged in an on-and-off romantic involvement with fashion designer Misa Hilton Brim. This period coincided with her role in styling the music group Jodeci. The union resulted in the birth of their son, Justin Combs. Following this, Diddy entered into a relationship with Kim Porter in 1994, and their journey had its share of peaks and valleys until their separation in 2007. Together, they share 3 children, including the rapper known as King Combs. Diddy's romantic timeline also features a relationship with Jennifer Lopez, commencing in 1999 and lasting for 2 years before their eventual breakup in 2001. In 2003, Jennifer Lopez voiced concerns about Diddy's fidelity during an interview with Vibe magazine.
This incredible stuff was happening in my career, and at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to...
All right, so let's dive into Diddy's love life a bit more. He also had a thing with businesswoman Sarah Chapman, and they've got a daughter together. Their relationship was kind of on and off, you know, like a roller coaster. Then there's this rumor about him and actress Cameron Diaz from 2008 to 2012. But hey, she ended up tying the knot with Benji Madden in 2015. So I guess that was just a fling. Now, things have taken a serious turn with his recent lawsuit. Cassie, his ex, spoke out about her experiences after years of keeping quiet. She's ready to share her story and stand up for herself and other women facing similar situations. But hold up, Diddy's team ain't having any of it. They're calling these accusations offensive and totally denying them. Apparently, Cassie was supposedly asking for a whopping $30 million from Diddy before all this drama unfolded.
And Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, they're saying tonight that the two have settled a lawsuit she filed against the mogul yesterday in Manhattan federal court.
The lawsuit paints a disturbing picture of the relationship, revealing how Combs allegedly took control over every aspect of Cassie's life, both personally and professionally. The allegations detail years of horrific A, including brutal beatings, forced S encounters, and a constant looming threat of violence.
Yikes. She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of and baby.
The The legal document portrays Combs as prone to uncontrollable rage, alleging that he compelled Ventura to participate in S-acts with male S-workers, capturing these encounters through photography and filming. The suit suggests that she was administered D before and during these incidents, enabling her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. Moreover, the lawsuit contends that Ventura was a victim of ST, as she was allegedly forced to engage in S-acts in multiple cities against her will. However, people believe that Diddy's case is much more complicated because he was not only engaged with the women, but allegedly with the men also. Diddy likes to portray himself in the public as a dedicated father and family man, but his private activities show an entirely different picture of the music producer. Many incidents have been revealed where Diddy would purposefully go after young straight male rappers. He would force them into performing S-acts on him. And according to some theories, Diddy and R. Kelly's lawsuits are shockingly the same, and both cases have Jay-Z's name in them. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.